All right, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jordan Beck, and I'm the coordinator with the UHN Office of Research Trainees. And it is my pleasure to welcome you all here today for our information session with the BioHubNet team, who will tell you all about their training opportunities for UHN graduate students, postdocs, and staff to jumpstart a career in biomanufacturing. Before I pass it over to them, I just have a couple of housekeeping notes and announcements to share with the group here today. I would first like to take a moment to acknowledge the sacred land on which the University Health Network operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. This territory was the subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Haudenosaunee Confederacy and the Confederacy of the Ojibwe and Allied Nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Today, the meeting place of Toronto is still home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work and learn on this territory. I would encourage all of you here today to learn more information about the land which you are currently located on, whether it's in Toronto or outside. You can do so by texting your city and province to the number that's listed on the screen. And you can also scan the QR code for additional truth and reconciliation resources. I'll give a couple of moments so you can all capture this, and then we'll continue. All right, I just want to share a couple of upcoming workshops out of the ORT. So first, we have a 2-hour session on August 13th to learn how to write competitive one-page research proposals. This workshop will be a mixture of a lecture style where our speaker, Dr. Sarah Triet, will go over all the important things you need to know about writing a research proposal. Then you'll put what you've learned into practice by reviewing research proposals submitted by you, graduate students and postdocs. So UHN graduate students and postdocs who have submitted the research proposals for review during this workshop will also have the opportunity and be entered into a lottery to have their proposals reviewed by the speaker, Dr. Triet, after the workshop. We'll share a link in the chat on more information about this and where you can submit a proposal for review. Next, we have a second event that's taking place this month is a workshop on the fundamentals of biostatistics. This is another great session for you to build a solid understanding of the statistical methods required for conducting and interpreting your research. Again, this link to register will be shared in the chat. Now I'd just like to share a few housekeeping notes. So we do ask that you please remain muted and keep your videos off during the presentation portions. We do have a large group, so we just want to make sure that we're conserving as much internet bandwidth as we can. There will be a Q&A portion at the end of the session where you'll have the opportunity to ask all the questions you have. You can ask your questions by submitting them to Slido. A link will be shared in the chat throughout the session. As well as you can load it up by going to slido.com and entering the code 1504475 in your browser. You can also ask questions out loud, so please don't be shy. Today's event has been organized and is being conducted in accordance with the ORT's Code of Conduct. So we do ask that this is followed, and any non-compliance will result in removals from today's event. And lastly, there are a few opportunities to share your feedback throughout the event today. There'll be 2 quick polls shared throughout, one at the end of the presentation or right before the Q&A, and another right at the end of the session. There'll also be some opportunities to share some written feedback through a Google form in an email that will be shared following today's workshop, as well as in the chat as a link. All your feedback is greatly appreciated, so please do let us know what you think. And before I pass it over to the BioHubNet team, I just wanted to make note that Zoom has a lot of different accessibility features available to people taking part in Zoom meetings and events just like this one today. One of those features are captions, and those can be enabled by clicking the Show Captions button in the bottom bar of the Zoom window. The caption settings can be edited and adjusted to your personal preferences or needs by clicking the up arrow on that button. And then you have options of adjusting things like font size, color, contrast, and many other things. Additional Zoom accessibility features can be found by clicking the link that we will pop into the chat, or you can scan the QR code on the screen as well. With that, that's all I have from my end today, so I will pass it over to the BioHubNet team.
I think Yeso is just going to be sharing her slides. Hi everyone. Thanks so much for the introduction, Jordan. My name is Yujin Park, and I'm the director of the Biomanufacturing Hub Network, or BioHubNet. I oversee the program development and implementation. And today, I'm with ESO as well as Akshita and Rulen from our team joining the call. But very nice to meet you all virtually. Thanks again for inviting the BioHubNet team to share more about our program. So we are a relatively new initiative. So this may be the first time that many of you are hearing about us. And so we're excited to introduce what we do. So can get started. Yes, if you could move to the next slide, please. So BioHubNet is short for Biomanufacturing Hub Network. It's a national talent development initiative funded by the CBRF, or the Canada Biomedical Research Fund. Our mission is really to accelerate the development of a highly skilled biomanufacturing workforce by supporting broad range of highly qualified personnel, or HQP. And you're probably wondering, what is an HQP? So this includes trainees and their master's and PhD programs, postdoc fellows, research associates, as well as the lab technicians in STEM disciplines, who are really looking into transition into an impactful careers in the biomanufacturing and life sciences sector. So over the course of the 4-year funding period, our goal is really to support over 1,000 HQP through our programs, helping to really build a workforce that is not just technically capable, but also industry ready. So if you go to the next slide. So BioHubNet is built around 3 pillars, as you can see here: engage, experience, and equip. So engage pillar connects the HQP with the biomanufacturing and life sciences industry through targeted training and mentorship. The experience pillar provides hands-on learning opportunities through industry internships, and the last, the equip pillar, supports training entrepreneurs going through targeted funding to help bring their innovations closer to market. So this is a very high level overview, and we'll be diving into each of these programs in more detail shortly. But before we do, if you move to the next slide, I just want to emphasize why BioHubNet was created or funded in the first place. So our initiative was funded in recognition of a challenge that many of you are experiencing firsthand, probably the gap between the academic training and the expectations of the industry. So our programs are specifically designed to bridge that gap. Thanks. By offering the industry relevant skills, training, mentorship, real world experience, as well as commercialization support to really help you kickstart your career beyond the academia. So as you follow along in today's info session, we also love to hear from you. So, what gaps do you see between academic training and the industry needs? So feel free to share your thoughts or experience in the chat or the Slido. As we continue to shape and refine our programming, we're happy to incorporate some of the suggestions from those of you who are actively navigating this transition from academia to industry. So your insights and suggestions are actually going to be incredibly valuable for us as well. So that's the high-level overview. And with that, I'll pass it over to Akshita, who will walk you through the Engage program in more detail.
Hello, I'm Akshita, and I am the lead for the BioHubNet's Engage program, which is the training and education arm. So I'm just going to walk you through what our program offers and how to apply to it. So the way that I think about Engage is sort of like, a continuing education program, but that's very specific for the biomanufacturing and life sciences sector. So through Engage, we're trying to bring in a wide variety of educational material to you. These include on-demand courses that you can take at your own pace, online synchronous courses, in-person boot camps that provide more intense, like hands-on experiential learning, And also another aspect of the Engage program is to help you build your network, and we facilitate one-to-one virtual networking as well. So the scope of BioHubNet's Engage training spans the whole spectrum of industry-related roles. So, from our training material, you can expect to gain anything from like general industry knowledge, biomanufacturing specific skills training, training in quality control, quality assurance, regulatory affairs, clinical trials, commercialization and business operations, as well as get some professional development support, as well as insights into different career trajectories. And we don't work alone. We actually have partnered with several different partner educational providers that are listed at the bottom over here, as well as we are developing BioHubNet specific courses. So, you can consider the BioHubNet Engage training as kind of your one-stop shop for all these training resources. Yusel, do you want to go to the next slide? All right, so I'll start with a little bit more detail about our on-demand courses. So we have currently about 50 on-demand courses, and this is our course catalog. This can be readily accessed through our BioHubNet webpage. So at biohubnet.ca/engage, you can download this catalog if you'd like to see this in more detail. And this is our on-demand course catalog that we currently have, and we are actually bringing in more courses to really broaden the portfolio of on-demand course offerings. Next page. So I wanted to spotlight a couple of different course providers that we've worked with, like for the on-demand courses, because this is probably not an area that like a lot of people are familiar with. So one of the programs that we have brought a lot of these on-demand courses from is the Life Sciences Talent Accelerator program. So this was an NSERC Create funded program, and this is excellent because it can provide you with some short snippets into many different sectors. So the courses that are offered by the Talent Accelerator are short videos that are typically between like 1 to 2 hours long, and they include sector overviews of different types of product development. There are also some really interesting videos where you can like actually just walk through different companies that are based out of the GTA. And these courses also provide you insights into different careers path in industry. And, one of the key features of these courses is that it's very GTA and Canadian focused. So, like a lot of these courses are led by industry professionals who are currently working within companies that are located in the GTA. Another course provider from whom we've integrated courses into our platform is CASTLE. So CASTLE is the Canadian Alliance for Skills Training in Life Sciences. And they have actually brought in these online courses from an organization called NIBRD, which is the National Institute for Bioprocessing Research and Training. And NIBRD's coursework and their syllabus is world-renowned for the gold standard of like bioprocessing training. So through CASTLE and NIBRD, we have collaborated to bring all of this training material, their entire catalog, onto our platform. And these are the two that are existing on our platform. We also are in the process of integrating on-demand courses from 4 more educational partners. And we expect the integration to happen very soon. Next slide. So in addition to our on-demand courses, you can also access online synchronous courses through our platform. So right now there's a course that's offered by Seneca that's open for enrollment. So this is a 15-week-long course that is instructor-led, and it focuses on pharmaceutical regulatory affairs. And this is a more hands-on course that takes you through assignments where you actually get to prepare regulatory document submissions. And this course is one of the foundational courses that's part of Seneca's Regulatory Affairs Ontario Graduate Certificate Program. So, you kind of get to learn along with that cohort how how to work with regulatory documents. Next. And then another in-person bootcamp that we also have available on our platform right now for enrollment is one that's offered by CATI and OBio in a collaborative program. So CATI is specialized in cell and gene therapy training, and OBio is in the life sciences business. And they have this collaborative program that is called the Advanced Therapies Training Program. And this includes a 5-day-long in-person bootcamp that occurs in Guelph, Ontario, as well as this program gives you access to online courses that are specific to cell and gene therapy in various different learning pathways, including regulatory, business development, and so on. So again, this is another course where you that you can access through our platform. Next. So, that was a bit about the courses. So I kind of wanted to go into like the eligibility for the Engage program. So if you are a master's or PhD student who have spent more than 12 months into your programs, you're eligible for the Engage, and you also have to be from like a biomanufacturing or life science that's like from a program that's relevant to biomanufacturing life sciences. Same with postdoctoral fellows. And one thing I wanted to point out is that some staff are also eligible for the Engage program. So this includes research associates who are those with postdoctoral experience working as permanent staff in labs, as well as lab technicians. So we've included the staff to provide them with upskilling opportunities through our Engage program. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask us about your eligibility. And we actually serve not only a few institutions, but like multiple institutions across Ontario at the moment. So if you're part of any of these institutions for which you see the logo at the bottom, you're eligible to enroll in the Engage program. And one thing I do want to point out is that if you're interested, I would apply sooner rather than later, because our program is supposed to be scalable nationally, and we'll be expanding the eligibility to like other member institutions of Canadian biomanufacturing hubs. So, right now there's a limited number of seats, and so I would recommend that you take advantage of the offerings sooner rather than later. Next. So to apply to the BioHubNet's training program, there's a few steps involved. So first, you have to go to biohubnet.ca, and you can check the Engage page for your eligibility for this program. When you go to BioHubNet's webpage, you'll see that there's this orange, very bright orange button that says Training Platform. So you click on that and then register an account on our training platform. And then after you've registered, you enter the training portal. And to apply for the Engage program, you go under Engage on the login page, and then go to the Training Credit tab and follow the instructions to upload the necessary documents for us to do an eligibility check. So once we've done the eligibility check, you are awarded 5,000 training credits onto your account. Next. So once you've been awarded those training credits, you can essentially redeem those training credits to enroll in any courses within the marketplace. So, this program is provided to you free of cost. As long as you're eligible, you can get these training credits onto your account. And then there's a few different ways that you can enroll in the courses. If it is an in-person bootcamp or an online synchronous course, there is a request to enroll and provided a deadline for each of the sessions. And then after the deadline, we reach back out to you by email and provide you with information on how to register. For our on-demand courses, it's very simple. You go into the course styles that are displayed at the top, click on them to take you to a course. And then once you hit enroll, you're auto-enrolled in that course. Next. And then to access the course, you go to the Progress Tracker tab, and then go to the bottom where it says Courses in Progress, hit the orange button that says Go to Course, And when you do that, you're directed to the learning management system or the LMS of the course provider. And this is a single sign-on system that we have integrated onto our platform, so you do not have to sign in multiple times. You get your access to all these different providers through a single platform. And there are other features also where you can download the list of courses that you've already taken. And then one more feature of the Engage program is its virtual network and mentorship program. So, in addition to the training that we provide, we also want to support you in building your network. So, we wanted to make this as easy and seamless as possible. So the way that this program works is that we reach out to industry professionals in a wide variety of roles as a program, and then we ask them to provide their availabilities. And then through our platform, you can book a 30-minute session every month for a one-on-one session. So, we recognize that when you go for networking events, there's usually very limited opportunity for you to have a conversation with somebody one-on-one. So we wanted to facilitate that through our program. And, we are a new program, like Eugene mentioned. We've only gone through a few rounds, 3 rounds of our networking so far. But we've had participants from a wide range of different roles. So some of the titles of the previous industry participants include CEOs, scientists, QC directors, marketing, and more. So, from this program, we really want you to get to meet different people and not just limit yourself to a profession that you think you're interested in, but explore just chatting with somebody and just learning about what their career paths were, and you'll be surprised by what you learn. Next. So how do you access the one-on-one networking? When you get the training credits applied to your account upon approval of your BioHubNet Engage application, there are 2 short 60-minute courses that you're pre-enrolled into, and you can access those courses through the progress tracker. And these are some very high-level courses on careers in life sciences, as well as an introduction into the Canadian life science industry. So I think these are very relevant courses if you're actively looking for jobs and seeking to network. And once you complete these courses, you get your access to the networking platform. And that's when you can go into the networking tab under Engage, and you can add some more information about yourself for an introduction to potential industry professionals. And then you just have to wait until you get a notification by email from us. So anytime an industry professional provides their availability, you get an email notification if you're matched. And through the email, there's a link where you can get redirected back onto the platform to book that meeting. After you've booked that meeting, it's an automated Zoom link that gets sent to you along with a calendar invite, as well as an introduction with that particular industry professional. And then, you're just free to use your 30 minutes to chat and learn about their careers. So with that, I think I am done with my part. I think I'll pass it on to Yusul now for the experience program.
Hello, everyone. Nice meeting you. I am Yesali. I am the experiential learning and the partnership lead at BioHubNet. So I'm going to give you the brief snapshot of what experience program is. So experience program is set up to address the gap and the needs in academia. So a lot of us in academia, we spend so long in academia, we don't think about what after the academia. But there was a great need that some of the people, academia, they want to move out of academia and then become the industry partner. They want to be trained in different courses, but also the training is not enough. Sometimes you want to have the actual experience, right? That's where our experience program comes in. So we offer the industry internship program to address this gap. So we are trying to give you the hands-on immersive learning opportunity so you can gain the practical skill and the real life experiences. By doing so, we want you to enhance your skill and then establish your network. So what we offer in the program is the fully paid opportunity. So for the master and PhD, we set the minimum bar over 40K per year, and for the postdoc, it's going to be 60K per year. That's it's going to be fully paid, like 50% of the portion is going to be funded by the industry, and the remaining portion will be funded by the funder, for example, MyTax or BioTalent. We do everything to find the funding, so you don't need to worry about your finance. So we want to give you the financial support, so by giving the competitive salary. The duration of the internship could vary from 4 months to 24 months. Some of the employer would like to hire someone for a very short-term project, like 4 months. But the other employer, they want to have someone for longer term, for example, 12 months to 24 months. But those cases are more geared towards to like industry postdoc position. When you go through the experience platform, that you have to apply by submitting the full application. But along the way, that we provide a professional career advisor support. What we mean by that is that because you've been in academia for so long, sometimes you need a little help to convert your 13-page CV into industry resume. So we have a dedicated career advisor who can help you. So they will look into your resume. They will look into your video sample. They will look into the pitch statement and making sure that you showcase your relevant job experiences or the achievement accordingly. So by joining experience program, what it means is that you are becoming the part of highly qualified industry-ready talent community. So by doing that, so what we are trying to do is to establish a talent community where the industry opportunity comes in, and then they find to right away. Sometimes some of you already have started the job search in out there, and that you must have noticed that there are some postings which are not really real, and that we have gone through. I mean, there were so many cases that one position in industry would require multiple interview process, sometime like going through HR interview, hiring manager interview, panel interview, like, group interview and discussions like that. So we are trying to shorten this hiring process as much as possible. So for the industry partner, they can come in, and then with the shortened hiring process, they can snatch the talent as soon as possible they want. And for you, that we are giving you an opportunity that once that you are inside of our program, you don't have to keep apply for different role, but rather than that, you will be exposed to potential employee whenever there is an opportunity comes into our program. It is more of a passive, continuous way. So we do recommend our candidate to still actively look for a job outside, but also like put on application through the experience program. So in a way that your application will be still shown to our industry partners. It is a very effective and efficient way to put your foot in the door. So eligibility for experience program is slightly different from Engage. For the Engage, it is also open to the RN and technician, but unlike the Engage program, we are open for the master PhD postdoc fellow who strictly don't have the work-related the experience. And this is a brief application process. first, you come to our platform and then you will be asked to upload your resume, 1-minute video, answering a specific behavioral question. In this case, the question is, how do you approach a task that you do not have a prior experience with? So you are asked to record yourself a video, 1 minute, answering this question by using the STAR method. Also, you are asked to upload a 650 character pitch, showcasing your best interest and your the best achievement. So making sure that you put the best foot in the door. Also, that we wanted to make sure that your supervisor is supportive of you taking the position. And once that we get this application, then our dedicated career advisor look at your application and then go through them. Career advisor will provide the feedback, making sure that your application is in good shape. And for example, like a resume should be only 1 to 2 pages long, and it should really showcase most relevant experiences and the achievement, not like all the publication that is unnecessary or unrelated to the role. So like career advisor give feedback, and then you need to work on the application once you get this feedback. So through the revision and resubmission, that you will be admitted to our system. And once that you are inside of our system, and then our industry opportunity comes in as well. So we have an AI-based platform where we extract all the keyword from the job description the industry partner put. Also, we extract the keyword from your resume, elevator pitch, and then we match those keyword and then show most relevant candidate in the rank. Industry partner can pick as many candidates as they want. And when they pick those candidates, they will be asked to come to the interview, and the process can go further there. When they actually decide who to hire, who to have as an intern, then we set the internship agreement. We make sure the scope of work is all in good shape and the finance is figured out, and then you can start the internship placement. You will be wondering what kind of opportunity there are. So because we are serving the biomanufacturing life sciences sector, we welcome all the company which is related to that sector specifically. The major companies are coming from the pharmaceutical, biotechnology, medical device, CRO, CDMO, and consulting firm, as in the life science related and the startup. They are all coming from these different categories, and roles that has been available in our platform include research associate, medical affair, and the QA/QC associate, and engineer, and hardware and software in terms of like medical devices, and more is coming. And this is our platform, how it looks. And actually our platform is open for everyone. Like if you are just interested in looking at our platform, you're welcome to join and then look. But you need to be qualified to participate or engage or the experience, right? But the platform itself is open, but you can come in. And for the experience platform, you can click the industry internship button. And once you click it, the form on the right will populate, and then you need to fill this up. We do ask these documents upfront. So you need to do some upfront work, but once that you are inside of the program, your application will keep showing up to our potential employer. But basically what we ask is the support letter from the supervisor, that you can find the template from our platform, and the 1 to 2 page long resume, and 1 minute video of yourself answering a specific behavioral question, and the 650 character pitch. And let's say that you submit your application and then through the revision and resubmission, you are admitted to our program. And then what's going to happen? Then I will show you the glimpse of what the employer sees. So this is the what employer says. So these are the example of our 4 candidates who are actually in our platform. And their 650 pitch are shown in as a body. But when the industry partners are interested, they can actually click the resume button. And therefore, when they click the resume button, the resume for specific candidate will pop up, and then they can actually access to resume. Also, your video sample will be available to our employers too. So there's a question like, how do you approach a task that you don't have a prior experience with? This is myself recording myself answering this question. So all of this resume and the 1-minute video will be available for our employer. Basically, and then inside of this 1-minute video, we ask you to open the floor, briefly introduce yourself, and then repeating this question, and then go into your answer. So this is
Hello,
me.
I am a postdoc researcher at Mount Sinai Hospital. If I am asked a task to do, if I don't have a prior experience, then I will start with researching the resources that I can gather.
So your 1-minute video will be there. And the order of the presentation, it depends on how many keywords that's matched with the job description. If you are not matched, you are still be exposed to the employer, but it just shows that no keyword has been matched. Once you join the platform, that you will get a bi-weekly opt-in email. It is to make sure that your status hasn't changed or you're still available for our internship opportunity. So we ask you to, keep opt-in this email, but it is only just one simple click and submit button. So it doesn't take, too long time. In case that you're successful with your application, that you will be asked to join the interview. And because I go out and bring this industry opportunity, that you will be exposed to every time that there's a new opportunity comes in. So I really urge you to join today. And this is the end of my slide, my experience, and then I will hand it over to Eugene now.
Thanks, Yesel. So that was the end of the experience or the industry internship program. And then the next one, the third pillar of the program is our Equip program. So this is more specialized offering, I would say. It's specifically designed for those of you who are building your own ventures in the biomanufacturing and life sciences sector. So this program might be relevant to maybe a smaller portion of today's audience, but it provides targeted support for trainee entrepreneurs who are actively working towards bringing their innovations to market. So, and here is the eligibility criteria. So eligibility for Equip is similar to our Engage and Experience program. You just have to be a graduate student, postdoc fellow, or research associate affiliated with one of our 14 eligible institutions here. And right now, if you go to the next slide, we currently offer 2 funding opportunities through Equip. So one is called the Venture Connect grant, and then the other, the Venture Lift grant. So for the Venture Connect grant, it is essentially a travel grant designed to help trainee entrepreneurs connect with the key partners and stakeholders by attending investor or industry conferences and pitch competitions. And the key feature of the Venture Connect grant is that it's available pretty frequently on a monthly basis. That allows you to access the funding in time for the upcoming conferences, let's say. I think the August round is actually open now with the deadline on the 25th, and you can find the application form on our website. I just want to quickly note that the Venture Connect funding is really intended for facing events focused on business development, not really intended for attending and presenting at the academic or research conferences. We did receive quite a few applications around it, but I just wanted to note that. And the other one, the Venture Lift grant, on the other hand, offers more substantial funding, so up to 25K to support commercialization enabling activities. So this could include things like building business or regulatory strategy, developing prototypes, or overcoming some key technical or commercial milestones. So this one runs on a quarterly basis and involves a more structured review process with input from our review committee that is made up of experts across Canada, incubator and accelerator ecosystem. So there are additional eligibility criteria for Venture Lift. So we encourage you to check the details on our website. We're actually just wrapping the round 2, and the round 3 will be launching later this month. So stay tuned. So I think that brings us to the end of our program overview. We are nested at U of T with our office in the Letty Dan Faculty of Pharmacy building. For those of you who are not familiar, it's actually situated at the corner of college and university. So if you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, feel free to reach out to us. Oh, I like the survey or the poll just popped out. It says temperature check on our website, and there's a QR code to our website. We do also post quite a lot of updates and announcements on our LinkedIn page. So be sure to follow us there and stay in the loop for new opportunities, events, and program updates. And before we wrap up and move to like the Q&A session, I'm excited to actually share one more opportunity with you. That is our upcoming BioHubNet annual symposium that's happening in October. Abshita, do you want to take over?
Sure. This is meant to be like a really unique event. So we are still in the planning phases of it. So for our annual training week and symposium, it's scheduled for the reading week of October, so the October 28th to 30th. And what you can expect during the first 2 days of this week is our in-person workshops as well as our company tours, where we'll just manage all the logistics and shuttle bus you to like a company, for instance, or like different training workshops to get some hands-on mini training on industry relevant topics such as GMP, aseptic techniques, as well as meet and greet employees in different life science companies across the GTA. And then the third day would be a career development symposium. And this symposium is really meant to bring together trainees, faculty, as well as industry participants. And what you can expect from it are panel discussions, professional development workshops, structured and open networking opportunities, opportunities to learn about different companies by visiting their booths, as well as view of pitch competition for some of our equip participants. And like this is very much at the planning phases. So we can pivot and include programming that you think would be useful. So if there are any ideas that you have about what you want to hear about, what kind of format that you want from a symposium such as this, we can incorporate those feedback. So one thing I do want to also point out is that in the chat, I had added actually, I'm just going to add it right now again. It's a link to a Google form. And we'd very much appreciate if you're able to take a few minutes to provide some feedback on the information session today, what else you want to hear, as well as topics that you think would be useful to cover in our annual symposium. So thank you so much. And one other thing that I just want to end with. For a program like ours, this is the first time that a training development initiative has been federally funded at this scale. And the success of this program really depends on participation from you. So all across all of our programs, the more enthusiasm and the more participation that we get from the training community, it helps us build our program. It helps us build our industry community. It helps us sustain programs like this for longer. So your participation and your feedback is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
I guess now we can go on to the Q&A. And Jordan, I think if you could share or let us know what kind of questions that might have come in during the session, we can try to answer them now.
For sure. Yeah, I can just go off of what's been shared so far. So the first and most popular question is, can I apply for the experiences after I finish my degree?
So, yeah, so do you want to answer or you want me to answer it?
So, okay, so we were originally accepting the students who were currently enrolled in the academic institution, but we had a very significant number of candidates who are just outside of academic institution and they just graduated. So we actually decided as of like a week ago, decided to open our door to include the recent graduate up to like 6 months, like a person who graduated within the 6 months of time can also participate in our program. But by saying that, because our funding, the requirement is that our funding is coming from the federal government and it has to flow through the academic institution. So for the newly graduate people who join our program, if the industry partner are willing to support them 100%, they are still eligible to participate. But where the industry partner looks for the financial aid with the co-funding partner, our trainee who are currently enrolled in the academic institution will be preferred.
Yeah, this more has to do with the administrative process. So all the funding has to go through the trainee's academic institution. And if you are graduated out of the academic institution, there's just no way to flow the funds. So basically what we're saying is that, yes, we are accepting also because we're a new program, we want to build a talent pool. But you will have a limited opportunity that might not be available to you. Some opportunities that require co-funding won't be available to you, but then the opportunities where industry is funding 100% will be open to you if you're a recent graduate. Next question.
Question. Can you apply for multiple streams at once? For example, both engage and experience?
Yeah, you can, as long as you meet the, again, eligibility criteria. And again, if you're in this sort of gray area, we're just not unsure, just feel free to reach out to us and then we can, share what is available through the 3 programs that we offer. And again, we're building our programs and we're building out sub-programs as well. So there'll be, even if you might not be eligible for one program now, maybe you will be applicable down the road or eligible down the road as well. So whenever you are in the gray zone and you're just unsure, just reach out to us. But yeah, the answer to that question is yes, you can take advantage of all 3 programs.
Right. Next question is, are the online courses at a cost to students? For example, I guess specifically the Seneca one, is there a cost to that or other programs?
No, so for the Engage program, all of the course offerings are free of cost to the participant. And so the way that it's set up is through the training credits. So we don't have like a reimbursement model, but when you come to our platform and you're accepted into the platform, you get those training credits that are awarded, and you essentially just treat that training credit as like cash in a sense, like that's our online like currency, and you redeem those training credits to enroll in different courses, so you don't really pay for anything out of pocket.
Yeah, and I just want to highlight that basically 1 credit equates to about $1. So we're providing up to $5,000 worth of access to courses that are available on our platform. And that's just the training credits that you can use to register for some of the courses that Shida shared this during the info session. But also there are some travel support available for in-person bootcamp, like the CADI Bio one, where the trainees have to travel to University of Guelph to do that boot camp, there are some travel support that we can also provide to support the trainees attending these boot camps.
Next
Next
question is, are the experience internship applications accepted on a rolling basis?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you want to say something, Yessa, or?
No, I just
Okay.
wanted to say yes.
Yeah.
So the experience is open. So whenever you can, actually, as soon as that you decided to submit the application, the sooner is better, because you will be exposed to more opportunity. And then it's going to be the rolling base. As opportunity comes in, your application will be visible. So I really urge you to like join as soon as possible.
So anytime you're ready, you have the right documents for application package, just submit it, and you'll be able to join our BioHubNet talent pool or the community. And our community is gonna grow, and then us Yeso and us as a team bring in more and more opportunities from the industry. We'll make it available to the talent community.
Next question is a little more of a technical question for the 1 minute video. Do you get multiple chances to record that video?
So you can upload one video, right? But you can have as many go as you want for preparing. So it is not the web, our homepage was going to record you. It's more of a you prepare, you take your time, you prepare your answer, and then you record yourself taking your time. And then the best video of whatever you had a practice session, that you can upload the best one.
Whichever one that is your favorite. Sometimes it's very awkward to see yourself in a video, so enjoy the process, I guess.
Next question is from a lab technician. So the question is, can a lab technician who are currently holding open work permits have applied for permanent residence and awaiting approval be eligible for these courses?
Yeah, I can answer. Oh, sorry. Do you want to go ahead? Yes. So, if you like for Engage eligibility, we don't check for your status, whether your work permit or your permanent residence or citizenship status, when we award you the credits. For the on-demand courses, the pricing is the same, so you're eligible to take any of them. For some of the specific boot camps, there may be an added eligibility check by the provider, in which case your status may or may not affect your eligibility for a particular program. But for our on-demand courses, there are no restrictions.
Next question is relating to the Venture Connect grant. Can it be used for a meeting in the future? If the meeting is in 8 months, should I hold off applying or apply now? And is the funding a reimbursement model?
Yes, funding will be a reimbursement model. So first you apply with the estimated budget, and then once you finish your trip, you submit the reimbursement form to us, and we will reimburse you the amount that you have used for the travel to attend the conference. The first part question, I mean, we don't have a time restriction, but we recommend that you apply as soon as you know that you're going to be attending the conference. But some of the application item that you need to include, application detail you have to include, is that when you're attending these conferences, you're not just there to attend the conference, but it's because this is to support business development. You have to list out who are you going to be meeting, like an investor X from a VC firm X or something like that. So as soon as you have that information, you can apply and for the funding. But generally, what we have seen with most of the applicants is that they don't have that information until they register for the event and start scheduling. So as soon as that scheduling is done, you have that information to share that you can apply.
Next question is still about the Venture Connect grant.
Sure.
It's a few questions in one, so I'll just kind of go through them slowly. But first one is there a rough approximation for when the venture grant Venture Connect grant, sorry, may be open in August?
Oh, it is open already. So again, we run it on a monthly basis. So we just will be actually announcing the July winners or awardees this week. And August just opened, and I think the deadline is August 25th. Oh, the Venture Lift.
Venture Lift.
Okay, got it. So the Venture Lift round 2 is closing and we'll be announcing soon, and we'll be launching the round 3 in August, like I mentioned. I can't share the timeline yet until it's announced, but just check our website on our LinkedIn page. We're anticipating to launch it in the next maybe a week or two.
I guess still along the lines for the Venture Lift.
Yeah, sure. It's great to see because I was assuming that most of the audience today will be more focused on the engage and the experience. So it's great to see that there's a good portion of people who have the entrepreneurial mind.
Can you share about how long the average application decision is, and is the funding tied to specific expenses?
So generally, because sorry, I could hear myself in an echo here. So Venture Lift, the typical process takes about 2 to 3 months. So it starts with, I'll just give a high level overview of the different phases. So it starts with the pre-screening phase where you submit a pre-screening form, and then we do an eligibility call with those who are submitting the pre-screening call to ensure that you are eligible for the Venture Lift grant. Again, there are a few additional eligibility criteria specific to Venture Lift grant. And once you're invited to the full application stage, we give about 2 weeks for you to complete the application form. It then gets passed on to our review committee. Again, the review committee consists of the experts from the incubator and accelerator ecosystem. And we have our adjudication session. We may have a couple of follow-up with you to ask the applicants for additional information before you make the final funding decision. So this whole process typically takes about 3 months, actually. Yeah. And I think there was another part to that question.
There was one more part.
Yeah.
Is the funding tied to specific
specific.
And can the funding be used to supplement a salary of a new hire?
No. So that's actually one item. If you see the FAQ section of the equip, it will say that it will say which sort of categories of expenses that you can use. And we'll put that once you're invited. We'll provide more details once you're invited to the full app. But generally, salaries of team members, let's say for the company, are not covered under Venture Lift. Mostly, it's used for the materials or consumables for prototype development. Working with engaging consultants for regulatory strategy development or business development, etc. So yeah, there are multiple line items, but unfortunately salary is not covered.
Just given the time, I'm going to pop up that second poll, but I think we have time for one more question. For the experience program, if we join now, can we set an anticipated start date for the internship, i.e. post-defense?
So it all depends on where the industry opportunity comes in. So, and also it depends on how successful you are as a candidate, right? So let's say that you join the program that you think that you will start the internship, but what if your application is not the match, right? And what if the industry partner has a certain hiring frame which doesn't fit your need? So I think it is something you cannot say for sure that it's going to happen. It's more of like as soon as the opportunity comes in, that you will be exposed, and if you are successful, that you will be asked to the interview. But unless that you are successful, you won't have that kind of a visibility, unfortunately.
We are at perfect timing. We are at 3 o'clock. So just thank you so much for your time today to share about this great program. Just a reminder, there's lots of opportunities to share feedback. So please do in a few different modes through the Google form. And thank you for filling out the poll. So if there's anything left from your end that you'd like to say before we end off.
No, but thank you again for inviting us to share more about programs. We really encourage everybody attending today to check out our programs in detail on our website and reach out to us if you have any further questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.